Thanks, listeners, for joining us for today's Elko Live here on KELK. Today, we're going to get an update from Elko Area Senior Center Director, Matt McCarty. Is going to be joining us. He's actually on his way from the dining room, and I just want listeners to know that tardiness is no reflection of Matt McCarty's character whatsoever. It is actually an absolute reflection of his dedication, because he is patient, he is kind, and when people stop to speak with him, he gives them his time, and he is very generous. So I just want listeners to know that he is on his way, and I told him, please drive carefully. Do not speed or disobey traffic laws to get here, because if the police pull you over, that would just be worse. So that would be embarrassing, or if you got into an accident, of course. So just take your time, get here when you can, Matt. And we're getting started to talk about the terrace at Ruby View, our senior and active lifestyle center. This is our regular monthly update. And there are all kinds of events and activities that you can still enjoy. In fact, I think the big one that we're probably going to spend some time talking about would be the 21st annual Senior Games. The Elko Senior Games are right around the corner, July 26th through the 30th. And you don't have to be a senior to enjoy or participate, in the sense that they need all kinds of volunteers. It really is a great experience. You can meet some really neat people. People actually travel to Elko. They come from all kinds of places to support and participate in the Senior Games. Take a breath, friend. You're good. I'm glad you brought your water bottle. So good to see you, Matt. He's getting settled in, and I will turn on his microphone as soon as he's ready. I know I don't like it when I get caught out of breath. So, and I even think I'm in fairly decent shape. So, thank you so much. Oh, look at your bright tie. I love it. He's wearing sunflowers today.
I am. Thank you. And thank you for the kind words regarding my tardiness. That was too kind of you. I do appreciate that.
But it's true.
Well,
thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Yes.
I do appreciate it. Thank you for noticing the tie as well. My son and daughter-in-law's anniversary was Monday. But Monday was also Disneyland Day. It opened in 1955, so I had to wear a Mickey Mouse tie. And then yesterday was at last night's school board meeting. We had a pretty significant policy for our suicide policy for the school district. And so yesterday I wore a teal and purple tie, because those are the colors of suicide awareness. And so I had to wear that. So today, 2 days late, I'm celebrating my son and daughter-in-law, their anniversary, and it's been a while since I've recognized my own daughter as well, and she loves sunflowers. So I figured I'd just wrap it up in one nice package.
Yeah, well, it's bright and it's cheerful, and again, it really demonstrates your commitment. And the fact that you would have a tie to go with the theme, I mean, my gosh, I'm lucky to be dressed when I leave the house. So not only are you dedicated, but you're organized. So welcome.
Well, and that's part of it, is that I'm really not that organized. And so I just look at my ties and I'm like, I don't know what I'm wearing today. So I love the history.com app of what happened today in history.
Oh, I see. It's an app.
So,
okay, there's an app for that.
Oftentimes, right, there's an app for that. Oftentimes I'll just go on that and I'm like, oh, okay, I've got a tie that I could tie into, the fall of the Berlin Wall, or in 1704, something happened in Africa. I don't know, so I find these things and I'm like, oh, okay, I could do that.
You are definitely tied in to the date.
Well done, but I'm bummed.
Thank you. I'm getting better at those puns. So, yeah, here we are. I mean, the July is just rolling right along, but there are several events planned, obviously, for the summer that people can still take advantage of. I was just mentioning that the Senior Games are coming up, and it's not too late to get involved, right?
It is not at all. In fact, that's perfect timing, because today at the Senior Center, if you're listening to this live, head over to the Senior Center right now. Well, maybe in about 25 minutes. Let's listen to the program first, and then head on over. Until 4 o'clock today, we are doing registration. Today is the last day for pre-registration. So you get a little bit of a discount if you register today. It's only $20 to register, and then $2 per event that you want to go into. So head on over there, get registered today. We've got some wonderful people up there that will help you get registered, and you'll get your swag bag and your goodie bag now instead of having to wait for it. So there's some incentive in doing it. There are a ton of different events that you can sign up for. So we really want folks to become active. We had a great event last year coming out of COVID. It was our 20th event last year. So this is our 21st annual, and we want folks to know that it's safe and healthy to get back out again and to celebrate athleticism and to celebrate that, yes, they may be 50 and better, but they still have a lot to be able to contribute, and they are still very strong and limber, and we want them to celebrate that. So people think, oh, well, I'm too old for that. Really, you're not too old. Please do come out to the Elko Senior Olympic Games and participate with your friends and neighbors.
So you can find out more online because, again, there's so many activities. Some of them are a little less active, I guess you could say, but there's been basketball and track and field, but even walking and even some brain games, if you will, things like that.
Yeah, the brain games and Jeopardy is at the Senior Center. The River Walk is early in the morning and is somewhat low impact and less stressful. There's pistol shooting and there's darts. So there are things. There's cornhole. So there are things that don't require tremendous, feats of strength or agility. But there are also those as well. We have track and field and javelin and all kinds of things. I think we have indoor archery. There are a lot of different things. There's bicycling. There is novice HIIT. So it's a fitness routine that you can go through, and we're very happy with our partners that we have across the city. We have Great Basin College, and we have Double Dice RV Park, I think is where we're doing billiards this year. We're doing pool down at Telescope Lanes. And of course, the city of Elko and Parks and Recreation for us being able to utilize a lot of their facilities as well.
Do you know if they're doing pickleball this year?
They are doing pickleball at 7 o'clock on the 28th. So that's Saturday the 28th at 7 a.m. Friday the 28th. And that's at the South Side Courts.
That ought to be fierce.
Yes. Yeah, that one they do get a little aggressive there.
Healthy aggression.
Absolutely.
It can be very competitive. So all this fun and much more, and you can do it just for the fun of it. Again, if you're not competitive, don't worry. You can meet some terrific people. The Terrace at Ruby View is a great place to register, as Matt was saying, till 4 o'clock today, and join them for all that fun, and then find out more on their Facebook page or their website, right?
Absolutely. And the website is elkoseniorolympic.games.com. elkoseniorolympic.games.com. And if you aren't able to come and register today, that's fine. You're still able to register. In fact, we had folks register day of. It's just a little bit more because then we have to scramble a little bit more. And you may not get all of the goodies that some of the others do for early registration because we have limited supplies. And the donors that we have for that, we're very thankful for as well.
What are the T-shirts like this year? Do you know?
The T-shirts, so last year for our 20th, we did a tie-dye to kind of wrap in all that we had done for the first 20 years. And now we've gone more neon. It's a neon green, very bright. We've had a couple of members of the board that for a number of years have been saying, we want green, we want bright fluorescent green, and so we've gotten bright fluorescent green this year.
That's great, Matt. Matt McCarty is Executive Director of the Terrace at Ruby View, our senior and active lifestyle center. And if you need to know where the center is located, of course, it's super easy to find them. You are located at 1795 Ruby View Drive, right here in Elko.
Yes, ma'am.
Something else that jumped up to me, out for me, I guess, and I was listening to on NPR. I listen to National Public Radio for news and for local news too, and because even local news people need inspiration, right? So I love listening to NPR, and they were doing a report about seniors, aging, wellness, and things that you can do to help prevent dementia and Alzheimer's, because there are things that you really should be doing in your younger years, and even it's never too late, certainly, to lead a healthier lifestyle. But then I saw that here in your newsletter, it fits right in. You have community wellness on site, thanks to the Community Health Development Foundation.
And we actually don't have it on site now that they have their building.
Oh, they have their own building.
Yeah, it worked great for them to be able to relocate those classes. But absolutely, we want folks to be aware of that. We are but one resource amongst many throughout the community, and we are proud of our partnerships, and we do everything we can to make sure that folks have choice and have those options. Because while we are the senior center and we focus on senior activities and senior issues, we don't have all of the resources that we would love to have for us to be able to provide all things for all seniors.
You're such a great reference, resource, referral, though. That's the other thing I always tell people is, well, if I don't know and Jan Peterson doesn't know, then I bet Matt McCarty will know. So we send a lot of people your way for a lot of different things.
Well, I appreciate that. And we do try to have an area for folks to go to. We may not have that answer directly, but we will certainly do everything we can to get them in the right place. For example, it's one of the other things that I try to participate in is the Elko Lions Club, Elko Host Lions Club. And I've not been at many meetings for a while because they have it during our lunch, and so I can't always get away. And so today we had a senior that came in and said, "Can you help me get a pair of glasses?" No, I can't. However, I know some people that can. And so within a couple of phone calls, I got the right contact information and said someone will be in touch. And so those are the things that we try to do. If we can't answer directly, we try to take because my background is hospitality, I call it a hospitable approach to things of we will find you an answer if we don't have that answer. Just give us a little bit of time and we'll keep searching until we get it.
Well, it's certainly a real treasure to have that accommodating personality and then to have the staff that follows that kind of leadership, because it shows in the membership and the expansion, the growth that just our senior center has seen in the last couple of years.
We are back from COVID with a gusto. Our staff is amazing. They have taken on every challenge that I've thrown on them, and I've said, "Hey, let's do this." And they kind of look at me and say, "Okay, we'll try." And, "Well, what about over here?" And then they come to me with things as well. "We'd like to do this. Would that be okay?" Absolutely. Whatever we can do to provide more for our seniors and to continue growing, we'll certainly try to do. You had mentioned, that we have some exciting things coming up. We are looking at expanding. We are going to be having a couple of weeks where we'll have our kitchen down. So that's going to impact some of the nutrition program. However, we have asked everybody on Meals on Wheels, and more than half of the people that come through regularly on drive-through, as well as our dining room, what would you like for frozen meals? Because we can't cook food, but we've got extra food that we've been preparing in advance, knowing that this is going to be down. So we will have frozen foods available. We're still waiting on timing for when we're shutting the kitchen down. There are a couple of key pieces of equipment that we need to know when it's going to arrive, and we won't be doing anything until we know what those dates are, and then we'll start announcing that. But yes, it's shutting down for a couple of weeks to be able to almost double our ability to deliver food, or it doubles our capacity, and we think that that's definitely worth it.
We know that you're doing the Meals on Wheels in Spring Creek as well, and that's been continuing to grow, Matt.
It has, and it's interesting because we really kind of were slow, and then we spiked, and now we've dropped off a bit. We had a wait list for a number of months, and we've gotten caught up on the wait list, and now we're actually below our peak. So we've lost a few members, but we want to make sure folks know we will deliver to Spring Creek. We can deliver to Spring Creek. We are waiting on the delivery of our fourth truck, and that will be 2 trucks specifically dedicated to the Spring Creek route. So if you're in Spring Creek, if you have loved ones or friends or neighbors in Spring Creek that are 60 and better and are homebound, please let us know. We know that driving over the hill on a regular basis is difficult. Driving to the grocery store, sometimes, you have to plan that out a little bit. Let us help you by bringing food to you. Not only hot food and frozen food for the weekends if need be, but we also have a pantry program. And so we can bring some things from the pantry as well. Canned goods and toilet paper and paper towels and denture equipment or denture supplies and dish soap, laundry detergent. These are things that we can help with. We just need folks to know that we have them, and then let us know that they need them so we can get them to them.
Well, that's nice. I see here even in the newsletter that there is a very convenient list that people can simply check off of what they need and then return that list, say, to their Meals on Wheels driver, and then hopefully that order can be filled in a couple of days. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, we try to have a 24-hour turnaround, roughly. So if they put it in today, we'll try to have it for them tomorrow.
Wow, that's super fair. And you can find out all this information and more online at elkoseniors.org. That's your website.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to make sure that we are getting to all the things that you were hoping to. I know that you've got, I think, bingos coming up in Spring Creek.
We just had bingo last week, and unfortunately I wasn't able to make the Elko Live last week, which is traditionally, it's that night that we have Spring Creek, but we have Elko bingo next Thursday. So a little bit closer now, just over a week. We'll have the Elko bingo. Doors open at 5. Game starts at 5:30. Today was hot dog day at the Senior Center. Next week on Thursday night for bingo, we serve hot dogs again. So our hot dogs are quite popular, and so we hope that you'll come out for some hot dogs or nachos or just to win some cold hard cash.
Yeah, this bingo is super popular. Game packets are $10 each. You get 10 games, 3 cards per game. Bingo daubers are available. You must be 21 or older because this is serious bingo. No outside food because there will be snacks and beverages to purchase there. And all proceeds benefit our senior center.
Yeah, we because of it is a serious bingo game, and you must be 21 and older because we work under the permission of the Nevada Gaming Control Board. So we appreciate them allowing us to have this nonprofit fundraiser, and we take all of the money that we get from our bingo packet sales, split it right down the middle, and half of that is paid out in cash, the other half we get, and then all of the sales from concessions, including the daubers and the food, that all stays with the center.
That's great, Matt. Thank you for reminding us about that. 775-738-3030 is the number to call if you actually need help, more information. If you want to find out about Get My Ride, which is Greater Elko Transit, so you can enjoy transportation to and from the center for meals that are served each weekday. So that's super easy between 11:30 a.m. to 12:45 p.m. And what a terrific bargain.
We think so, yes, absolutely. We have, because of a grant from the William N. Pennington Foundation, we have been able to keep our costs lower. In fact, a year ago, in July of last year, we needed to increase to a $4 donation instead of the $3 donation for our seniors. And the William N. Pennington Foundation contacted me and said, how many members do you serve? And so we told them in a year, and they said, we think we can cover that. Please don't charge extra for our seniors. We'll go ahead and write a grant for their write a check for you on that if you submit a grant. And that was amazing. So we are hoping to continue our partnership with the William N. Pennington Foundation. They've been very generous to our Elko Senior Center and so many different organizations across northern Nevada. They are a very generous foundation. We're very happy to be associated with them.
Thanks, Matt, for, again, providing that wonderful foundation of trust and transparency that they would make that investment in our community through the terrace at Ruby View, because that has a great deal to do with it. So
it does,
yeah.
Absolutely, and we are thankful very much for that.
So what else might be on your list today? Anything new that we should be talking about, or topics we don't want to miss?
A couple of two more things definitely that I wanted to touch on. First is another partnership that we're very proud of. The Elko Convention Visitors Authority reached out to us, and they said, we have the Lorena Moran Theater. We would love to have a senior night. Can we show a movie in our theater? And I said, well, absolutely, of course. We're not going to object to that in any way, shape, or form. So they've come up with a movie night. They'll have popcorn, and it's going to be the movie Hatari, starring John Wayne. It'll be in August. It's Saturday, the 12th of August. Reservations are required. So either call us at the Senior Center or call the Elko Convention Center at 775-738-4091 to make reservations for Hatari. It'll be at 2 o'clock for the doors opening, and the matinee starts at 2:30. And once again, that's on Saturday, August 12th. So we hope that you'll join us for that and join the convention center. We appreciate them reaching out to us. We, of course, have a movie of the week, but we max out at about 8 or 12 people. The Marin Theater will hold upwards of well over 600 people. So I don't think we're going to get quite that full, but we appreciate that this is something that our community is reaching out to us for as well, and we look forward to that event.
Blast from the Past. It's a free movie to celebrate our local senior citizens again on August 12th. Thanks, Matt, for the update. Thanks to the Elko Convention and Visitors Authority. We've been spending more time with them lately, and it's just been a delight to hear about all the community outreach they're doing, the local events, the things that they have been encouraging people to help them grow, like the first ever Elko PopCon.
Yes.
We might have seniors who would love to dress up and attend a PopCon. They're going to have we're not supposed to use the Star Wars theme or anything. That's all licensed, George Lucas. We respect and appreciate your licensing agreements, but they're going to have this cantina. So if you dress up as your favorite character from a certain science fiction series of movies, I'm sure you'd fit right in.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing Elko welcome that, and I think that it'll be great for the community to see another event that we just traditionally have not seen these type of events. And so I think that there are folks that will definitely come out to it, and hopefully we can attract people from outside the area as well, because that is one of the main goals of the convention center.
Yeah, Annette and her team and Tom and just everybody there, they're doing just a great job in riding up this wave that's cresting and growing and after the pandemic, so regrouping. I wanted to make sure you had another topic, I think, that we were going to discuss.
I do, and this is really, some of our seniors have kind of had a lot of questions on this, but we were approached by the Elko Charter School, the Elko Institute of Academic Achievement, and they asked if the Senior Center would have the ability to provide hot lunches for their students. They've never had a hot lunch program on a consistent basis, and so we started looking into it, and just Monday, after doing everything that I could to look into it and make sure that we were that this was going to be safe for our program, safe for our center, I recommended that we do proceed with this. It has the ability to add to the bottom line of the senior center about $45,000 a year. We are, as many nonprofits, we have really good years and we have years that we're not doing so well financially, and that's normal. That's not to mean that the center is in any danger at all. It's not that we're closing, but this is a particularly bad year because we've had so many grants for the past few years. We joined the county, which increased tremendously our cost for labor, because now all of our employees are county employees. They're getting the benefits that come with the county based on the number of hours they work. But that was an expensive transition. But it stabilized our employment base as well. So it was something that we knew that it was going to be costly. And so we are in the red. This program through the charter school will cut in about a third, almost 40% of what our deficit is. And that's amazing. So that's the recommendation that I've made. But a lot of seniors are worried about it. And they've said, why are we shifting away from our core mission? And that's what I want to tell everybody, is that we're not shifting away at all. What we're doing is finding another revenue source to help support the senior center. And that's where it comes in at. We are going to be preparing meals, but we're going to have a separate team altogether. It's in the same kitchen. There is going to be some overlap, but these are not the same people that are doing our Meals on Wheels. So we are not going to see that, we can't deliver Meals on Wheels today because we're working the charter school. That's not how it's going to work at all. We're preparing different food, so it's not like we're going to suddenly run out, because now all of a sudden we're feeding kids as well as our seniors. Completely different menus, completely different preparations. We are not going to be jeopardizing our senior nutrition program at all. We do have some concerns from the Nevada Health Department that we need to address here locally. We've reached out to a number of other places across the state, as well as through the state Board of Health, and they certainly have some concerns that we're addressing, but we're already serving the most at-risk population in the state with our seniors. So we are very comfortable that we're going to be able to also meet the safety needs for our students as well. And so we're looking forward to that. We may be able to roll it out. We're hoping to roll it out as early as August, again, depending on what kind of equipment we can get and how quickly we can address any concerns with our local health department. But we are really excited about this. The senior center in Story County delivers their food for the Virginia City schools. And so we've been able to model a lot of what they have. And so it's a terrific, again, a terrific opportunity for us to not reinvent the wheel. We're borrowing from an already established program to benefit and to support the charter school. And it's an honor that the charter school approached us. They could have gone outside of our community. They could have found another third-party purveyor that would be able to come in and ship in whatever they needed to. But they came to us because they know that we can utilize that to help support the center, to be able to shore up our funding, and we're honored that they would trust us with the kids.
Yeah, it's circulating locally in the economy. It's an important collaboration, as you said. It's being done elsewhere in Nevada, so you know that you can overcome those concerns. I guess the only question that someone might be thinking as well, Matt, is the charter school is considered a public school, but Central Kitchen can't serve them?
Right. So that was part of that question. It is a public school, but the Central Kitchen is with the Elko County School District. So the Elko County School District accesses that or owns those assets, and the third-party food purveyor for Elko County did not feel comfortable utilizing those facilities to go to another district, another entity, so to speak. So the charter school is its own entity. While it is a public school, so is the Elko County School District. The charter school is run with a different board. There are a lot of separations there, and that develops that choice for parents so that they have an option. It's not you have to go to Elko County School District. Here's the charter school. There are a couple of private schools that are out there. So it gives those parents the choice for their children's education. While charter school and the school district are both public schools, there is a separation there, and that's why the charter school wasn't able to utilize the Central Kitchen.
And I don't think it hurts to remind people that we have the benefit of knowing this, Matt, because you sit on the school board of trustees. So you were able to navigate this issue very well.
I was able to visit with our superintendent and make sure that I'm also working with the Miss Perkins, the principal at the charter school, and make sure that we're doing things the proper way, the right way, without taking from anybody, and at the same time being able to support the senior center while also providing for the kids.
Yeah, that's, as you said, it provides an important need, and that's what everybody should sort of come down to, that same level. The students need good meals, it keeps the economy strong locally, and it is something that you can accomplish and look forward to boosting your own bottom line.
That's right. Yeah, it's great to have that benefit back to the center. And I want to also make clear that this is through a grant from the Department of Agriculture. So the Department of Agriculture actually reached out to the charter school to say, we noticed you don't have a lunch program. We'd like to help you get one started. So it's not the charter school that's going to be impacting, their budget is not impacted by this. It's through a grant from the Department of Agriculture. So we're pleased to see that as well.
Oh, that's great. And we do know Department of Ag, they distribute these food resources throughout the state and at different levels. C.J. Anderson, our superintendent, was on the program last week, and he talked about how Fridays are really evolving for the students. There'll be some on-site tutoring. It's all going to be driven by what happens on each campus, and they are going to be able to serve lunch throughout the district in certain locations.
Absolutely, yes. And transportation can still happen on Fridays. I know that was a concern. And of course, the Boys and Girls Club is another terrific partner with the school district and through the community at large. They have daycare facilities available, and I shouldn't say daycare facilities, but a safe place for your kids to go, so that if you're not able to have them stay home on Fridays, the Boys and Girls Club could be a terrific option in the communities of Wells, Spring Creek, and of course here in Elko.
Thanks, Matt, for the update. We always appreciate all the information you bring, and I don't know if we have covered most of the new topics, or at least you're welcome to roll.
I think we have. Again, come on out for the Elko Senior Games. It's going to be next week, the Thursday through Saturday. So with a Sunday closing picnic in the park, please come out and join us. We'd love to see you, and come out just for the fun of it. 50 and better. So they give a 10-year precursor that the Senior Center doesn't give. And even if you're not yet 50, come out and cheer on our Olympians and our athletes. If you have any questions, as always, For anything senior related, please contact the Senior Center at 775-738-3030. And Lori, thank you so much for being a terrific partner with us.
Oh, we're so delighted to do it. We really treasure our seniors in our community and everybody who supports the programs and the opportunities. And this is a great way to express our care as a community. So thank you, Matt, for being on the program.
Thank you.
Yes, and thank you, listeners, for joining us today. We've been talking with Matt McCarty. He's the Executive Director of the Terrace at Ruby View, our Senior and Active Lifestyle Center. We'll have you join us again for another program here on Elko Live on KELK. Looking forward to our conversation. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Manu.